what's up guys? This is Ace Anime, also known as Joker's Anime here. So, this is a new channel that I am creating for One Piece discussions. Now, I'm going to start off in a pretty big... I'm going to start off where we're at, which is the Whole Cake Island arc, and then I'm also going to talk about how this links with the next arc, which is the Wano country. Now, there has been a lot of, not spoilers, but there have been a lot of leaks saying that the next arc, the Wano arc, is meant to be comparable to that of Marineford, as it is going to be the biggest war scene. That's what Kaido wants to create, is the biggest war. Now, the reason he wants to create this is he wants to meet someone who is his match, someone who can kill him, because he is meant to be this immortal being in that sense. Now, a lot of people I know seem to be going and saying Luffy is going to be the one who defeats him. Luffy is going to be that one. Now, he could possibly defeat him in the future, and that is what I see possibly happening. Or someone, another Yonko such as Shanks or Blackbeard, killing off Kaido. But in this in the next arc, I do not see Luffy getting a big enough power up to verse someone like Kaido. And here are the reasons for this. Now, this is where it ties into the Whole Cake Island arc. We saw Luffy verse a Yonko commander named Cracker. And if you had a look, he had a lot of trouble defeating him. And even then, the only reason he actually defeated Cracker was due to having Nami's help. Now, Cracker is not even the strongest of the four of the Yonko commanders that Big Mom has under her command. That is Katakuri, and quite easily Katakuri could possibly probably take out Luffy in one shot. So if he has to jump up from something like Cracker to Kaido or Big Mom's level, I just don't see it happening. As we saw, there was a clash between none other than Luffy and Big Mom. Luffy uses his Kongon in Gear 4, and we see him punch Big Mom. Big Mom does something that we have not seen before and blocks it with just one arm of Haki. It's not even a move. She doesn't announce a special type of move or anything to block this attack that sent people like Doflamingo, Cracker flying away. Now, what does this mean for the difference in power between Yonkos and Luffy at the moment? It is massive. Now, that shows us that either Luffy is going to get a certain power up, either his Haki gets to a new level, which it does need to get to, his base form, which is considerably weaker than all his other forms, needs to get stronger as well, and last but not least, Awakening. Now, we have seen the ultimate power that Awakening brings in the form of Doflamingo. Doffy, my favourite character. Yes, he lost to Luffy, but quite honestly, he should have won. Not only was he tired, injured, he suffered the Gamma Knife from none other than Trafalgar Law, my second favourite character, or tied second with Zoro. He still continued to fight Luffy and nearly defeated him when Luffy decided to attack him twice in Gear 4. Now, in saying that, Doflamingo is by no means stronger than Kaido or Big Mom. He was a warlord, but warlords have been shown to be weak or strong. Doffy was obviously quite powerful in his own respect, in his own right, and smacked around people like Law, Luffy, Sanji quite easily. Now, what I want to see in this next arc of Wano is the history of Zoro, because we have now got the history of Sanji. Sanji is none other from the Vinsmoke family. So the Vinsmoke family is the family of assassins, Germa 66, that wants to now side with the Big Mom pirates. Now, as we have seen in the Whole Cake Island arc, it does not go well. The marriage ends quite badly, the cake is destroyed, so is the picture, and the assassination attempt on Big Mom fails miserably. Luffy is now trying to get away from Whole Cake Island with Sanji and the others, but Katakuri is sitting on the boat, waiting for them. Now, this is what I believe is going to happen. Him sitting on the boat, he is going to stop Luffy from leaving, but Big Mom is going to come in her rage and attack them. And since she cannot distinguish between friend and foe, she is also going to attack Katakuri. This is where Sanji steps in. Sanji, being the cook he is, can create a cake that is so amazing that lives up to her expectations of what that cake was going to taste like, along with pudding and chiffon. Now, this is what is going to happen. By doing that, he then has an alliance with the Big Mom pirates by calming down Big Mom herself. If this happens, going into the Wano country, Luffy's pirates, the Straw Hats, have an insanely powerful ally, not only in Big Mom, but if you remember earlier in the Marineford arc, they have Marco. And the other leftover Whitebeard pirates, yes, they lost to Blackbeard, but they are still ex-Yonko commanders, so their power is needed to be respected. And in an arc like this, their powers can be something that stands out and shows them differently from the rest. What I am saying though is that when it comes to this arc, I do not see Luffy getting a big enough power up to take out a Yonko. I do see him possibly getting a power up though, possibly in his Haki, his base form, or even some training from a Yonko commander or a Yonko herself, Big Mom, but possibly Katakuri or something like that. With this happening, this then leads into Zoro's past, which so many of us wonder, what is the full truth behind Zoro's past? We've seen a brief flashback where he is friends with sorry. He has a friend who dies at the start, and he's quite close to her, but we do not see where he comes from before that. And I've seen a lot of videos about this lately, and people believe that he is Odin's son. And you know what? I do not see him particularly being Odin's son, because that would give it too much of a relation to the original Roger Pirates. And if they had done that, they would have given Sanji someone who was related to the Roger Pirates. But by doing this, what they have also given Zoro is the opportunity to have a samurai heritage. Now, it may not be Odin, but it could be a disgraced clan or a demon clan that came from Wano country. We all know that once you leave Wano, you cannot return. It is illegal to leave that land. Odin has done it, but who is to say other pirates that have maybe come from there, or even samurais, have not done that before him, which is a huge possibility. So this is what I see as happening. In the Wano country, we are going to learn about a possible clan, a demon clan, that has the ability to even take on beasts like Kaido as such. No, Zoro is not going to be the one that kills Kaido in my mind. Well, not right now. He could possibly in the future. But right now he's not. But he is going to get... He's going to learn about his history and possibly get new swords. Now, my favourite idea of the swords that he will get from the Wano country inherit are coming from the two demon swords of history in Japan, the Masamune and the Muramasa, made by the two most famous swordsmiths back in that time. I believe this is what Zoro is going to get, because Masamune is like a demon slayer. It could cut anything as long as it was wielded by a pure heart. Now, it would not cut leaves, it would not cut that. It was not a bloodthirsty sword. It only cut what it needed to be cut. But the Muramasa, unlike the Masamune, was a demonic sword that cut everything in its way. The water, the air, the leaves. But it was seen as the inferior sword to the Masamune because of its demonic energy. Now, I believe Zoro is the perfect person to have these two swords because of his past, his powers shown, such as the Ashura, which relate to a lot of the Japanese history, and a lot of his moves that he uses. In saying this, I can see Zoro as standing out in this next arc, not like Sanji did in his arc. Sanji sort of sat back and seemed, to me, as a bit of a weakling within the whole Cake Island arc. I see Zoro standing out, and while he may not be someone like Odin's son or something, he is definitely going to show the powers that he has earned. And in my respect, I believe Zoro at the moment is the second strongest on the Straw Hat crew after Luffy, and then it goes Sanji, or if Jinbei joins the crew like he's said to be, it'll be Jinbei, Sanji, and Zoro are all going to be similar levels, but Zoro and Sanji are eventually just going to clearly go past Jinbei. I really am hyped for this arc. I'm hyped for Wano. My favourite arc so far, I would not say is Marineford. I did like it, but I was really upset because my favourite character, which was Ace at the time, died, so that sort of made me very upset. My favourite arc would... It'd probably be Arlong, because that is where I actually started to get into One Piece a lot. The hype really hit me on that Arlong Park arc. So anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this first video. If you have, leave a like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and yeah, hope you enjoy. Peace.